this time to welcome the parties on hand with us tonight. We have the fields in the straightaway. Now they're all in line. Here they come. They're off, far outside. Both Woodhill Ray and Times running out. Lead for position. In between horses, Pete's Porsche. Woodhill Ray, 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Times running out. Pete's Porsche racing third. Broadway Clamor fourth. Buddy Walton is fifth. 2 lengths back to Tyga racing sixth. After All racing seventh. Your 2 trailers, Santa Rico and El Tiburon. They curve out of the turn and they race by the quarter. It's Woodhill Ray on top, 28 seconds flat. Woodhill Ray leads. Now Chup sends Times running out after the lead. Times running out. Now takes the lead from Woodhill Ray. 2 lengths back to Pete's Porsche racing third. Broadway Clamor racing in fourth. Another 2 back to Buddy Walton fifth. Tyga angles off the cones for McGee. He brings up After All. Santa Rico is on the move, and El Tiburon is at the end. Times running out. Leads by 2. They race for the half. Times running out by the half, 57-3. Times running out by 2. Woodhill Ray racing second. On the outside, Pete's Porsche grinding it out first over third. Followed up by Tyga racing in fourth. On the inside, Broadway Clamor is fifth. After All, third over into the flow. Buddy Walton and Santa Rico. They come to the corner. Times running out, leads by 2. On the inside, Woodhill Ray racing second. Pete's Porsche going a tough trip in third. They're in the stretch. Times running out, leads by 2. Woodhill Ray racing second. Tyga third. On the far outside, After All comes on. 3/16 to go. Times running out, your leader. Pete's Porsche in between horses. Tyga is there. After All, a late move on the far outside by El Tiburon. Now with a 16th to go, Times running out is on the drive. Here comes After All, a late move by El Tiburon. Times running out, home free in the opener at Sportsman's. After All second, El Tiburon third, 156-1. Fields off the turn. Moving into the straight. They're picking up speed. Here they come. They're off, far outside. Benevolent Viking showing early foot, along with All That Rhythm. Further out, Akakelis, and in between them, it's Anticipating. Akakelis racing wide, takes the lead. In between horses, All That Rhythm on the inside, Anticipating. In the black is away fourth. Benevolent Viking will tuck in fifth. She can scan 2 lengths back in sixth. Then comes Cambino. Pie-Eyed Piper, and your trailer is Scenic Billy. They go by the quarter, 27-2. Akakelis up top for Coleman, a tight length. All That Rhythm is right there in second, Anticipating third. A length back to In the Black, racing fourth. 2 lengths back to Benevolent Viking. Cambino is underway fifth. On the inside, it's Seek and Scan. On the outside, Pied Piper following up Live Cover in seventh. And on the move is Scenic Billy. They race for the half. Akakelis in control. A length, All That Rhythm racing second, Anticipating third. In the Black, angles out fourth. They go by the half, 58-1. Into the far turn, Akakelis leads right in behind as All That Rhythm in the black is first up in third. On the outside, following that Live Cover is Cambino. Third over into the flow, Pie-Eyed Piper, Anticipating, saves ground. Along the inside, Benevolent Viking. They come to the corner, Akakelis leads. In the black on the outside, the Challenger. Now they're in the stretch. Akakelis on a short lead. In the black, racing in second. All That Rhythm third, Cambino comes on fourth. Far outside, here's Pie-Eyed Piper. 3/16 to come. Akakelis under a drive, Pie-Eyed Piper racing on the far outside. In between between horses, Cambino. Anticipating, moves up from far back, Seek and Scan. Pie-Eyed Piper leads. In between horses, Cambino, Seek and Scan. Pie-Eyed Piper is clear from the field for the victory. Cambino close for third. Your attention, please. An update on that simulcast that we are offering here. Fields in the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Far back, lagging the start is Corky's Finale, and on the inside, Do You Believe in Magic is the first to show speed on the outside. Lowell Eddie Lou, and now firing through between horses is Marengo Ace. Marengo Ace on a short lead, but now Lowell Eddie Lou takes the lead into the turn. Marengo Ace racing second. Adams Boy on the outside, racing in third. Mighty Fine Magic is fourth. On the outside, Do You Believe in Magic racing in fifth. Towards the rail, it's Double Cam. They go by the quarter, 28-4. And now Adams Boy will take the lead. It's Adams Boy and Morgan. They lead by 2. On the outside, Do You Believe in Magic comes on second. Do You Believe in Magic attacks for Heitman. Do You Believe in Magic now takes the lead. Adams Boy racing in second. Lowell Eddie Lou is third. Marengo Ace racing in fourth. Mighty Fine Magic in fifth. Double Cam, Casino Reno. Then comes Sugarwind. Then a big break to My Last Colt. They race by the half. And the leader is Do You Believe in Magic, the half, 59-3. Do You Believe in Magic, a length right in behind is Adams Boy on the outside. Mighty Fine Magic challenging, now pulls up even. Mighty Fine Magic takes the lead, 3/8 to go, and your new leader is Mighty Fine Magic. Do You Believe in Magic racing second. Casino Reno racing in third on the outside. Double Cam moves up 3 wide, and along the rail Adams Boy. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Do You Believe in Magic leads. That's Mighty Fine Magic by 2. Do You Believe in Magic racing in second. Inside the quarter pole, Mighty Fine Magic kicks in, opens up by 2. Adams Boy racing second. On the outside, Double Cam racing in third. Now maneuvering between horses, Lowell Eddie Lou. Down the stretch they race. Mighty Fine Magic. Marengo Ace on the inside gains. In deep stretch, Mighty Fine Magic is all out. McGee asking for all he has. Here comes Marengo Ace. Mighty Fine Magic has it measured. Marengo Ace, Double Cam in 2 minutes. Fields out of the turn. They're in the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Hard-working Man fires right out for the lead on the inside. Gold Ducat racing second. Locksmith along the rail. Hard-working Man into a 2-length lead. Gold Ducat racing in second. Locksmith right in behind those two third. A length back to Masterline racing in fourth. 2 lengths back to Fox Valley Arapaho. In behind him, Cousin Ryan. Fox Valley Killian. Your trailer is Colo Kitranis. They race for the quarter, and out of the turn, your leader is Hard-working Man by 2. Opening quarter timed in 28-2. Hard-working Man up the backstretch for Knox by 2 1/4 over Gold Ducat racing in second. A length and a half back to Locksmith racing in third. Then 2 back to Masterline in fourth. In fifth, Fox Valley Arapaho. On the outside, Pinsky sends Fox Valley Killian into the action. In sixth, racing seventh, Cousin Ryan and Colo Kitranis. They race for the half. Gold Ducat takes the lead for McGee. Gold Ducat goes by the half. 58-2. 30 seconds for that quarter. Gold Ducat leads by a length and a quarter. Hard-working man right in behind second. On the outside, Fox Valley Arapahoe working hard. First up third. Locksmith saves ground fourth. Following up live cover is Fox Valley Killian for Penske. On the outside, racing in sixth, Colikatranis. In seventh along the rail, it's Master Line. They come to the corner. Gold Ducat leads by two. Now they're in the stretch. Gold Ducat by 2.5. On the outside, here comes Fox Valley Killian. Fox Valley Killian now takes the lead for Penske and draws away. Fox Valley Killian leads by 3. Gold Ducat racing in second from far back. Now winding up is Colikatranis. An eighth of a mile out. Fox Valley Killian leads. On the outside, it's Colikatranis along the rail. Hard-working man. 50 yards out. Fox Valley Killian is home free for Penske. Colikatranis second. Close for third. 1:57.1. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Coy Cadet left well along with Proud Guy. Coy Cadet leads a length on the outside. Proud Guy quickly up to challenge Special Nukes. Racing wide third. Now Proud Guy takes the lead into the first turn. Coy Cadet racing second on the outside. Special Nukes is third. Park Lane Express racing in fourth. Wide around the turn, both Holly Hill Bow and Kidron. They race for the quarter. Your leader's Proud Guy, opening quarter time 27.4. On the outside, Morgan attacks with Special Nukes. 3 deep is Holly Hill Bow. It's not a battle, it's a war for that lead. And on the inside, it's Proud Guy getting the better trip of all three. Now Holly Hill Bow goes around horses and now takes the lead for Knox. Proud Guy yields in second. Special Nukes on the outside, Park third. Coy Cadet racing fourth. Park Lane Express racing fifth. JB Hot Rod is on the move. Cam Scott along the rail and Kedron. They go by the half 50, 6-3. Your leader, Holly Hill Bow, into the far turn on the outside. Special Nukes going a long mile. Right in behind the leader, sitting third, is Proud Guy. Coy Cadet saves ground in fourth. JB Hot Rod is forced 3 wide. On the inside, Park Lane Express saves ground. They come to the top of the stretch. Holly Hill Bow leads by 2. Proud Guy racing second. A little more than a quarter of a mile to go. Holly Hill Bow on a short lead. Proud Guy now shoots through between horses. On the far outside, here's JB Hot Rod. Now Proud Guy takes the lead. Coy Cadet moves through in between horses. Holly Hill Bow racing third. Proud Guy racing fourth. On the outside, here comes Ships Enterprise. Down the stretch, Proud Guy leads. Ships Enterprise is charging. In deep stretch, here's Ships Enterprise. 71 long shot. Gonna get up for the victory. Proud Guy still there. Very tight for the victory between Ships Enterprise. Proud Guy can go either way. Out of the turn. Now they're in the stretch. Here they come. They're off. In between horses, Trail Dust left well on the inside. Don't try this at home. Far outside, here's Easy Hanover. Don't try this at home. On a short lead, Easy Hanover now pulls up even, and now Easy Hanover eases his way in front, a length and a quarter. Don't try this at home racing second. Park Lane Rocket is third. Trail Dust on the outside, parked in fourth. Telemon racing in fifth. Then comes Launch. And at the end, the trailers are Hapiano and Faded Glory, opening quarter 29-1. They race up the backstretch. Easy Hanover. Fred Finn Jr. on top by 2 over. Don't try this at home. On the inside, Park Lane Rocket saves ground third. Trail Dust rimmed in fourth. On the inside, Telemann moves up in 5th. Launch is underway into a poor flow. Same goes for Faded Glory. Hapiano is shuffled back. They race for the half. And Easy Hanover is in control, a tight length. Don't Try This at Home is right in behind second, a minute 2/5. Easy Hanover pacing comfortably on top, a length and a quarter. Don't Try This at Home. Moving up 3 wide is Faded Glory. They race around the far turn. Easy Hanover. Now the pace picks up. On the outside, Faded Glory moves into second. Don't Try This at Home racing third. Park Lane Rocket racing in fourth. They come to the corner. Easy Hanover is the one to catch. Now a little bit more than a quarter of a mile to go. Easy Hanover under a drive. On the outside, Faded Glory racing in second. Don't Try This at Home. Getting the good trip in third. Park Lane Rocket now angles off the rail. On the move in fourth. An eighth of a mile to go. Easy Hanover leads by 2. Here's Don't Try This at Home. Down the stretch they race. Easy Hanover in complete control with 50 yards to go. It's Easy Hanover. In front, Don't Try This at Home. Park Lane Rocket third. Pick 3 returns $1,849.20. $1,849.20. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Lightyear going right out for the lead. Lightyear and Chup. On the inside, it's Pickleman. Lightyear leads. Pickleman racing second. Divine Ruler third. 3 lengths back to Even More Better racing in fourth. 40-something is away in fifth. Then comes Linebacker Spur, Hi-Fi Bluegrass, Red Leaf Macabuck, Stormic Rain, your trailer Hunky Willie. They race for the quarter. Now they're single file and Lightyear leads a length. Pickleman right in behind second. Divine Ruler is with the leaders in third. They go by the opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Lightyear leads, but on the outside, here's Divine Ruler. Divine Ruler attacks for Holiday. Now takes the lead into the 3/8. Lightyear yields in second. Pickleman is third. 4 lengths back to Even More Better. Racing in fourth. McGee is on the move with 40-something. Racing in fifth. On the outside, Hi-Fi Bluegrass will follow up that cover in 6. Red Leaf Macabuck is third over. Linebacker Spur saves ground. Hunky Willie. Stormic Rain still about 12 lengths off the top. They race by the half, 58 seconds. Divine Ruler leads into the far turn by 2. Lightyear racing second. Pickleman is third. On the outside, 40-something grinding it out first over and fourth. Towards the rail. Even More Better. Hi-Fi Bluegrass. Now rough-gated Linebacker Spur. They come to the corner. Divine Leader leads a length on the outside. Here's Lightyear. Now Lightyear quickly up to challenge. Divine Ruler for the lead. Divine Ruler on the inside. It's Lightyear on the outside. Pickleman racing third. Along the rail. Even More Better racing in fourth. A little bit more than eighth to go. Lightyear attacks on the outside. Divine Ruler digs in for Holiday. Lightyear now bears down and draws away. Lightyear takes the lead with a 16th to go. A late move by Even More Better, but Lightyear in front by 2. Even More Better second, close for third. Top of the stretch. Field's all in line. Here they come. They're off. McGee sends Carolina Matthew out in a hurry on the outside. There's Pinsky and Chicago Jazz. Chicago Jazz now takes the lead under the wire for the first time. Noble Leader racing in second. Safe for a rainy day third. Jeffrey's Pet is away fourth. 2 lengths back to Can-Cam racing in fifth. Casino Team racing sixth. Carolina Matthew is seventh. Then comes Ken's Bunny, your trailer's AJ's dad. They roll by the quarter, 27-2. On top, it's Chicago Jazz. by 2. Noble Leader racing in second. A length and a half back to Safe for a Rainy Day, pacing third. 2 lengths back to Jeffrey's Pet, racing in fourth. Then a gap of 2 to Cam. Casino Magic is off the cones. Followed up by Ken's Bunny, Carolina Matthew, and far back to AJ's Dad. They race for the half. Chicago Jazz leads a length. Right in behind is Noble Leader. They go by the half. 56-2. Chicago Jazz leads into the far turn. A tight length. Noble Leader right there in second. Safe for a Rainy Day moves up first over third. Jeffrey's Pet saves ground fourth. Casino Team on the outside in fifth. Right in behind him is Ken's Bunny. Along the inside, it's Cam. They come to the top of the stretch. Chicago Jazz leads on the outside. Safe for a Rainy Day. A quarter of a mile to go. Safe for a Rainy Day. Quickly up to challenge Chicago Jazz. Chicago Jazz responds. Digs in for Pinsky. On the outside, Safe for a Rainy Day. Now clears. It's Safe for a Rainy Day. Your leader a length. In between horses, Jeffrey's Pet now comes through. Casino Magic racing third. In between horses, Cam looks for racing room. Jeffrey's Pet leads. Cam ducks to the inside. Jeffrey's Pet digs down. Here comes Cam. Can't split him. Too close to call. And Gomer Wood into the stretch. Fields picking up speed. Here they come. They're off. On the far outside, Heart's Tiger left well. In between horses, it's Oliver G. Slim. Along the rail, Lake Hills Doc. Oliver G. Slim under the wire for the first time, leads a length. On the inside, Lake Hills Doc comes through. Heart's Tiger looks to drop in third, and now he does. Ron Santo racing in fourth. Gold Bandit is fifth. Bingo Johnny reserved early sixth. So far, so good. Right in behind him, Broadway Spirit. And then comes First Adventure. And on the move from last, Gomerwood, opening quarter, 28 seconds flat. They race up the backstretch. Oliver G. Slim on top by 2. On the inside, it's Lake Hills Doc racing second. Heart's Tiger with the leaders in third. Ron Santo is off the cones. He's on the move first over. Right in behind him, Bingo Johnny. Gold Bandit saves ground. Third over into a good flow. So far, so good. Broadway Spirit is on the move. Along the rail, First Adventure, and still at the end, trailing Gomer Wood. They go by the half, 58 seconds. 32nd quarter for Oliver G. Slim. Far turn, Oliver G. Slim now by 2. Lake Hills Doc racing in second. Heart's Tiger in third. On the outside, Ron Santo grinding it out first over in fourth. Bingo Johnny poised and ready to strike in fifth. Along the rail, Gold Bandit needs racing room. Now they turn for home, and Oliver G. Slim kicks into gear, opens up the lead by 4. Inside the quarter pole, Oliver G. Slim leads by 3. Lake Hills Doc racing second. Heart's Tiger racing in third from far back. Bingo Johnny is on the move. Further out, so far, so good. An eighth of a mile to go. Oliver G. Slim standing tall, leads by 3. Heart's Tiger racing in second. Gold Bandit a late move, but down the stretch, Oliver G. Slim makes amends and wins the wintertime in 1:54-1. In the straightaway. Here they come. They're off. Far outside, Sulin Dan left well along with Broadway Exclusive. Along the inside, here's Indy Dalray. Sulin Dan on a short lead. Indy Dalray on the inside. 3 deep into the first turn. Broadway exclusive on the outside. It's Almost Alpo. Badman Jackson is away 5th. Swatafly racing 6th. Is 7th around the turn. Park Lane Charger now off stride is Swatafly. They roll by the quarter. Indy Delray on top in 27-2. Indy Delray up the backstretch leads by 2 for Joe Marsh. On the inside, right there and behind second, Tony Morgan and Sulin Dan. Badman Jackson 4 lengths off the top in third. Broadway exclusive racing in 4th. Almost Outpost 5th on the outside. Here comes Park Lane Charger, followed up by Mr. Finale, Fox Valley Cosmic, and Uncle in Command. Far back after the miscue, Swatafly. They race by the half. Indy Delray leads a length. They go by the half, 58 flat. Indy Delray leads a length. Sulin Dan racing in second. On the inside, Badman Jackson saves ground third. Moving up first over, Park Lane Charger. Towards the rail, Broadway exclusive. Following up cover is Mr. Finale. Right in behind him is Fox Valley Cosmic. Along the rail, saving ground, is Almost Alpo. Top of the stretch, Indy Delray leads by 2 around the turn. They're in the stretch, Indy Delray by 2.5. Sulin Dan right in behind second. Park Lane Charger racing in third. Mr. Finale gains 4th, now third. 3/16 to come. Indy Delray under a drive. In between horses, Park Lane Charger. Here's Mr. Finale. Mr. Finale takes the lead. Park Lane Charger, Sulin Dan looks for racing room. Down the stretch, Mr. Finale on a short lead. Park Lane Charger, Fox Valley Cosmic, and Badman Jackson. Mr. Finale in front, close for second. Katrina Rucker, dial the paddock. Katrina Rucker, please dial the paddock. In the stretch. Picking up speed. Here they come. They're off. Far outside. Subtraction left well. In between horses, Nutty Irishman is there, along with Limited Edition. Now on the inside, Lead Me On. On the outside, it's Nutty Irishman. Lead Me On. Right there in second. 3 deep. Subtraction. Right off the pace in 4th is Limited Edition. 2 lengths back to Allen Road, racing in 5th. On the outside, Best Punch moves up, followed by Jack Clayton. New Pitch is on the move. Then comes Gabriel Hill and Lawn Boy. Opening quarter, 27-1. Battle up top. On the outside, Nutty Irishman. Along the rail, it's Lead Me On. Those two battle for the lead, and now Nutty Irishman clears. Now on the outside, it's Subtraction. Holiday Subtraction after the lead. Nutty Irishman, a long neck. Subtraction on the outside. Lead Me On. Racing third. Allen Road is underway in 4th. Best Punch is on the move in 5th. Along the rail, Limited Edition. Also on the move is New Pitch. They go by the half, 56-4. Your leader is Subtraction, 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Allen Road right alongside. Those two now do battle. Dropping back along the rail is Nutty Irishman. On the outside, Best Punch moves up second over. New Pitch into the action, third over with cover. Also on the move from far back, Gabriel Hill. Top of the stretch, Subtraction opens up the lead by 2 for Holiday. Inside the quarter pole, Subtraction leads. On the outside, Allen Road challenging in second. Far outside, here comes New Pitch. And down the stretch they race. And now Allen Road takes the lead. New Pitch is charging. Subtraction drops back. In between horses, Best Punch. New Pitch now takes the lead. Allen Road racing second. A late move by Gabriel Hill. Far outside, Jack Clayton. New Pitch is drawing off. Too strong for this field. Allen Road second. Jack Clayton third, and getting up for 4th, Limited Edition, 155-2.